So today I'm reviewing a fragrance from Narciso Rodriguez, and two reasons why this is interesting. I've never reviewed or tried any fragrances from this particular brand yet. The other reason, according to a quote by Narciso Rodriguez, this fragrance is inspired by dusk, the nighttime. He says, "I love blue so dark that it appears black." So, kind of like the sky, which I also like. The vibe, I suppose. So I'm expecting this to be pretty good. This is a men's fragrance. It's called Bleu Noir, basically blue-black or dark blue for him. And here's a sample. So this is a musky-ish sort of fragrance that came out in 2015. Not super new, but still modern. So I'll put some on. It's very pleasant. So my first impression here is that you get this wash of kind of this aromatic freshness, followed immediately by more of a sweetness and muskiness, this kind of sweet warmth. The notes in particular, the top notes specifically, are cardamom and nutmeg. I'm always a big fan of spice notes in fragrances. I think they give them a nice kind of personality, warmth, texture, and cardamom especially is really one of those stronger spices that you can't miss, and nutmeg. Those are both pretty strong. And yeah, they're really nice. The nutmeg is especially warm, it's kind of that Christmassy spice. But this isn't really a Christmassy sort of fragrance. This is, it's almost a little bit herbal. Those spice notes are really nice. Then there's only one middle note, apparently, which is musk. And you definitely get that right away as well. There's a certain heaviness and depth that comes from the musk. And it also, musk always pairs well with spice notes because they just naturally complement each other. Then the base notes are vetiver, cedar, amber, and something that I have not yet come across in fragrance, ebony wood. Ebony, of course, is a very unique type of wood, kind of a heavier, more intense type of fragrance note. And that alone makes this fragrance way more interesting than a lot of standard masculine scents. And you can tell it, once it settles onto the skin and kind of warms up a little bit, that ebony note is a very unique, deep, musky sort of fragrance. And it's different, of course, from regular wood notes, regular musk notes. It's its own thing. Also, it stands out because it's not very common. How often do you come across ebony wood in your fragrance? Not that often. So that really makes it stand apart from competitors and very similar fragrances. I would say this whole fragrance is actually very unique based on everything that it has, because the top notes, a lot of men's fragrances, the top notes are usually citrus, nice and fresh and aromatic, but this goes with spice right away, which is different because usually spice notes are either in the middle notes or the base notes. So going right off the bat with the spices, immediately it's a completely different opening, completely different profile. Then the middle notes are very simple, it's just musk for the most part. I wouldn't say this is an extremely musky fragrance. It's not super animalistic or anything. Moderate musk. It grounds the fragrance, it gives it a nice warmth, solidity. It really rounds everything out, but it's not super strong. Really, the strongest notes that I'm detecting here are the two spice notes, the nutmeg and the cardamom, followed by the wood notes, mainly the ebony and the cedar. So there is an interesting sweetness that I'm getting, though, and I'm not sure where that would come from. It could come from maybe the cedar. Sometimes wood notes have a slight bit of natural sweetness. Maybe the nutmeg, but yeah, there is a little bit of sweetness, which is interesting. Of course, not a feminine sugary sweetness or anything, just a natural, warm kind of cozy scent. And I do like kind of the approach that this fragrance is going for, the dark blue, dusky, kind of nighttime sort of thing. Of course, this would be great for evening wear because it is a heavier scent. I like that it's not too heavy. It's not kind of this overwhelming, overbearing fragrance. This is still very smooth, kind of a moderate scent, but still noticeable. You know, people will notice it on you if they're near you. And it's very pleasant. Besides evening wear, which I imagine this is designed for the evening, you could wear this easily during the daytime as well. It's because, like I said, it's not too heavy. You could easily wear it during even probably the summer if it's not too hot. I mean, right now it's pretty hot everywhere, but you know, if you're avoiding extreme hot temperatures, it's just a normal warm day, this is fine. You could wear this. This is a very versatile fragrance. And I can, you know, it has the approach that you could wear this formally or casually. Maybe not for the office, not for the workplace. It's a little too much for the workplace. But in general, casual and formal outings, you could wear this easily. And the longevity, I can imagine based on the weight of this fragrance that it's a pretty moderate to long longevity, probably 6-ish, maybe 7 hours. So nice, you know, nice lifespan there. The sillage, the fragrance trail and all that, pretty good. Not extreme, it's not a bomb or anything. Moderate, again. People will definitely notice this on you. You don't have to put on a lot, just a nice moderate amount. People can admire it, you know, in your general vicinity. It's one of those, like some fragrances try too hard, but this one I think is taking the nice middle ground. It's not too much showing off. It's just nice and moderate. And kind of a classic fragrance, you know, nothing too outrageous, but it's still original. It's still interesting enough to hold a person's attention. And again, with that ebony wood note mixed with the spices, that's something I personally really like. I think it's a unique kind of twist on your typical male clone. So yeah, I really like this fragrance. I would wear it. It's just nice. It's not pungent. It's not, you know, too much of anything. So nicely balanced, very nicely balanced. And that's pretty much all I have to say about Bleu Noir from Narciso Rodriguez. If you have any opinions about this particular fragrance, you can always leave those down in the comment section below. If you liked the video, leave a like, maybe subscribe, and I make videos throughout the week, so stick around for those.